Hey everyone, it's the Cinema Dude, and welcome back to my channel. We have another weekly video. I hope everyone had a nice Christmas or any other holiday that you celebrate. Hope you got lots of Blu-rays and DVDs. So today, since it is close to the end of the year, I'm going to do my top 5 Blu-ray releases of 2020. My last video was kind of pickups of 2020 that I gotten that could have been stuff from last year or the year before, but stuff that I got that I thought was pretty cool. But this is going to be just designated to this year, releases that came out. I have an assortment of different labels, and then I have about 5 honorable mentions. So we'll hop into those first. And in no particular order, we have Scream Factory's release of Let's Scare Jessica to Death. This one came out earlier this year. Probably the top of the year, I think. And a movie that kind of fell to obscurity. There was a DVD release that was out of print. But this is kind of a very, very well done 70s horror movie. It kind of has witches and vampires, and it kind of goes dreamlike logic type stuff. So it's a whole mix of stuff, but very well done. Definitely seek out this one. So that is Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Then we have Severin's release of Horrors of Spider Island. And this one's kind of cool. You know, this is kind of a not so classic 60s horror film. You know, they play this at Mystery Science Theater, but kind of a cool little film. And this one has some pretty cool special features. They have the alternate U.S. release of It's Hot in Paradise, History of Spider Island, audio interview with actor Alexander Darcy, alternate clothes scenes, and trailer. So kind of cool, kind of slipcover. They were also selling like the Spider 2, but I didn't get that. And then on Let's Scare Jessica to Death, audio commentary, interviews, interview with Kim Newman, location featurette, theatrical trailer, TV spot, radio spot, still gallery, and there's probably more stuff on there as well. And then I have a trio of Criterion releases. Buster Keaton's The Cameraman. This is from 1928. This is the first film he signed with MGM. But this one's this is awesome, and to have Buster Keaton now in the Criterion Collection, really cool. Whole bunch of stuff on here. Audio commentary from 2004 with Glenn Mitchell. There is a 2K restoration of Spite Marriage, a 1929 release from Keaton. Time Travelers, a documentary by Daniel Rame featuring interviews with film historian Mark Wanamaker. So Funny It Hurts, Buster Keaton and MGM, a 2004 documentary. Excuse me, The Motion Picture Camera, a 1979 documentary. Interviews, essays, so a whole bunch of stuff on this release. So that's The Cameraman. Then we have probably... Now, I haven't opened this one yet, but this is an awesome movie. And I just got this the other day for Christmas. It is The Elephant Man by David Lynch. Probably one of his best movies. I love David Lynch. I feel like any of them are. I mean, my favorite is Mulholland Drive. But this is top notch. So finally on Blu-ray, and in here you have it's director approved 4K digital restoration. David Lynch and critic Christine McKenna reading from Room to Dream, a 2018 book they co-authored. Archival interviews with David Lynch, John Hurt, Mel Brooks. Let's see. We have an audio recording from 1981 of an interview and Q&A with David Lynch at the American Film Institute. The Terrible Elephant Man revealed, a 2001 documentary about the film. Joseph Merrick, The Real Elephant Man, a 2005 program featuring archivist Jonathan Evans. Trailer and TV spots, English subtitles, plus excerpts from the interview with Lynch from the 2005 edition of filmmaker and writer Chris Rodley's book Lynch on Lynch, and then a letter to the editor from 1886 concerning Joseph Merrick by Francis Calling Carr Gome, chairman of the London Hospital. So that's kind of cool. So excited to have this one as well. And then probably my favorite movie of 2019, and again, got this for Christmas, and that is The Irishman. I would say the final part of the mob trilogy, at least in my mind, for Scorsese films. I know technically there's really like 4 mob movies, but I usually consider Goodfellas, Casino, and then this be the 3. And this is chock full of stuff as well. So, let's see. It's a 4K digital master approved by Martin Scorsese. There's a round table with De Niro, Pacino, Pesci, and Scorsese. Making of The Irishman. That has a whole bunch of people on there. Gangsters, Requiem, a new video essay. Anatomy of a Scene, The Irishman, a 2020 program featuring Scorsese's analysis of the Frank Sheeran Appreciation Night scene from the film. The Evolution of Digital De-Aging, a 2019 program. Excerpt interviews from Frank, The Irishman Sheeran, and Teamsters trained unit Jimmy Hoffa from 1999 and 1963. Trailers and teasers. So, and then an essay as well. So, also chock full. So, those were just my honorable mentions. So, let's actually now get into the bulk of stuff. So, at the number 5 spot, we have another Criterion, and that is War of the Worlds. In my video where I picked this up, I was saying just how much stuff there was in here, and how much of a really awesome restoration, and how the colors pop and stuff. But yeah, this was a pretty awesome release. Very excited when they first announced it. Kind of, though, that seminal 50s science fiction film. But like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. So the number 5 spot is War of the Worlds. In the number 4 spot is the first, I forgot what they called it, Vinegar Syndrome. It's VSU. It's their first release, and they knocked it out of the park. And it's actually my first 4K film. Actually, no, that is a lie, because I have Rise of Skywalker, and technically has the 4K in it. So, like, my second or third. And that is the Beastmaster from Vinegar Syndrome that just came out. This is awesome. Very nice hardcover box. It opens up, and not only do you get the film in a nice little, this could have just been a regular release like this, but no, they decided to put in this awesome box, and then a very nice and a pretty decent. I mean, let's see if it says how many pages. No, but a pretty decent amount of pages. I would say maybe 20 to 25 page book. So, pretty awesome. This is a sweet release. I can't wait to break into this, but I already know, seeing videos online, seeing what people have been saying, that this is going to be really sweet. What I'm really excited is the Beastmaster Chronicles. It's a brand new feature-length making-of documentary by Elijah Drenner. So, and There is a new commentary by Don Costarelli. Let's see. The Saga of the Beastmaster, an archival making of documentary. So, just a whole bunch of stuff. So, and then this is the inside of it. So, that is Beastmaster, and that is at the number 4 spot. So, if you still can, I would definitely say pick it up. I don't know if this sold out or not, but this actually was my first Vinegar Syndrome. What do you call that? Pre-order. There we go. I would have found it out somehow. Because I was like, you know what? This is going to sell like hotcakes. I want to definitely get that release. So the next one is a set that I also was very excited for. And this one I just got recently, and I explained this in my video from last week. And this is He Came from the Swamp. It says the William Graffet collection, and this is another really sweet set. And again, another hardcover box, a poster, and let's see, does it show how many pages in this one? And a 55-page hardcover book. Like, how cool is that? And so this gives you Sting of Death and Death Curse of Tartu, the Psychedelic Priest and the Hook Generation, Manco, Jaws of Death, and the Naked Zoo. Sorry about the glare there. And then Whiskey Mountain and the documentary They Came from the Swamp. So I definitely have taken a dive this year more into exploitation films. And when this was brought out, I was like, I need to get this because I've missed out on the first Feast box set by Herschel Gordon Lewis, although they now have the re-release, so I'll probably pick that up. And some of the American Horror Projects too. As a surprise, and I was going to put this in the video, but I don't have it yet, and I really want to dive into it first. But for Christmas, my girlfriend surprised me with the Al Adamson box set, so that is on its way. So I'm very excited about that. So that definitely will be an add-on to the top releases, because I know that release is awesome, but I want to get stuff that I had in my hand and stuff. So, but pretty sweet collection. Like I said, just hours of bonus content. There's reversible sleeves, the book, like I said, the poster. So just another exploitation, kind of, I guess you could say a master of exploitation, up there with Herschel Gordon Lewis, William Castle, those kind of guys. You kind of have the William Castle, then you have the next step down where you have the Herschel Gordon Lewis's, these guys, Al Adamson, and kind of that set. So very cool to add this one. Very excited. Definitely if you get your hands on it. Like I said, originally I was looking at this on Amazon, but then it kept getting pushed out. So I got this on Walmart.com, so definitely check that out if you can, because it was a lower price. But definitely get this before it goes out. That's the thing I've noticed with Arrow this year, is a lot of their limited editions, boom, gone. So definitely check that out. So that was number 3. We are now into the top 2. And number 2 is another release I was day one purchase, very excited for. And of course, day one, they didn't have it in the Criterion sale, so I had to go back a few days later and I got it. But that is Bruce Lee's Greatest Hits. This thing is awesome. Like I said, it has, let's see, does it actually say what it has? Oh, here we go. Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, Game of Death. There is also high definition presentation of Game of Death 2. Game of Death Redux, a new presentation of the Game of Death footage. interviews. There is the special 100 edition 102-minute version of Enter the Dragon. There's also the rarely seen 99 theatrical version of Enter the Dragon. Let's see. There is a whole thing on the Bruceploitation subgenre that followed Lee's death in interview and stuff. Blood and Steel, a 2004 documentary about making of Enter the Dragon. Multiple programs and documentaries on Lee's life and philosophies. Interviews with Linda Lee Caldwell, Lee's widow. Many of Bruce Lee's collaborators and admirers. Promotional material. There's also trailers for Bruceploitation movies. Trailers for these movies. There is also... But just chock full of stuff. So really awesome. And then this really cool, it's like, I guess, it's a booklet, but it's almost like a magazine in there. That has the essays and stuff in here. So really awesome release. When they first said that, I was blown away. When they had it for the New Year's, I think it was in the New Year's Eve drawing, and so it was just like, yes, I need to get this, and to be able to have everything in one box and all the extras and stuff like that, quintessential. Definitely, if you're a martial arts fan, if you want to get into Bruce Lee, if you're a Criterion fan, definitely this is probably one of their best boxes they've done. And I feel like that box too, it isn't something like, I would say maybe like the Fellini one or Ingmar Bergman, where I love those. Like, those are two of my favorite filmmakers, and giants of cinema. But at the same time too, sometimes you want to also have your fun with, Bruce Lee, and you want to have your fun with some of these other releases that they put out, like War of the Worlds, like, some David Lynch. You want to have those kind of areas. So that's why, again, Criterion's one of my favorites, because it goes from stuff like Ingmar Bergman and Fellini to Bruce Lee to John Waters. So, it's all encompassing and stuff. So that was number 2. Number 1, the massive set this year. The one that I was like, I'm not missing out on this one because I missed out on the Halloween one. And that is the Friday the 13th box set. I got this one for my birthday, and I was very excited about this. Everything all in one nice box. I would say, and this is kind of just my own thing, I think, is it both of these? Yeah. So the only gripe, and I understand that sometimes it's due to licensing, because some of these are with certain studios and some of these aren't, but like the last 2 or 3 discs are just like the poured over ones, whereas like the first 4 or 5, I think it goes up to Manhattan, I think, are all like specialty for this release. But then like Friday the 13th and Freddy vs. Jason is just like the regular releases of them. Now, mind you, again, it's one box set together, so that's my only gripe with it. But it is fantastic. First off, you get a book with it, and just loaded with stuff. New 4K stands of the original camera negatives for Friday the 13th, both versions, unrated and the theatrical. Part 2, Part 3, new transfer of the 3D version, final chapter, 2K stands of the inner positive of Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, new audio commentaries, new interviews with Sean S. Cunningham, Kane Hodder, Harry Manfredini, new location featurettes, 60-page booklet, that's written by Michael Gingold, so that's really cool. Audio commentaries from cast and crew, Friday 13 Chronicles, Secrets Galore, Behind the Gore, Slice and Dice, The Slasher Films Forever, featuring Corey Feldman and John Carl Buechler. documentary Scream Queens, Heroines Exposed, featuring Adrienne King, theatrical churros, TV spots, radio spots, Fangoria magazine still galleries, and a lot more. So this thing is chock full of stuff. And what I love about it too, nice clear cases. It just looks, the presentation looks awesome. So yes, as I've stated before, big slasher fan. So definitely was the upgrade. Awesome box art. Definitely my release of 2020. Now, if I can only find the Halloween one at a decent price, if I can find that one, that would be awesome. So, but there it is. So, my number one release of 2020 is the Friday the 13th box set. And then going back down the line, the Bruce Lee, his greatest hits from Criterion box set. The He Came from the Swamp, the films of William Graffet, Arrow box set, limited edition set, Beastmaster from Vinegar Syndrome, and War of the Worlds from Criterion. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below, what were your favorite releases of 2020? What was your must-haves for this year that you're like, I need to get that right away, day one? Was there anything that I had that you guys got? Like I said, Allie Adamson, once I get that, definitely will be in this pile. But I wanted to actually get it in my hands first. So, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys had a nice holiday, like I said before, and have a nice new year. And I'll see you guys later. So remember, be kind and rewind.